Hello and welcome to Riot. I'm your host Tisa, and this is
May.
Why Are You Laughing?
Because I really love how you say hello for this. It makes me smile.
Are you tingly?
No. Yes.
You're a little buzzy? It's okay to say that you're buzzed. I don't shame you and I don't judge you. You're my woman.
So, do you want to know what we're talking about today?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Do I want to know what you were talking about today?
What we are talking about on Riot today.
We are talking about today. Ooh, I sound tired. I probably am. I've been up. I didn't sleep really well. What are we talking about, Riot, today?
I want to talk about holiday traditions. Because we just had Thanksgiving with your family for the first time. And it was a whole new experience for me and mine. And it was beautiful. And I just want to talk about some of the traditions that I got to experience for the first time in the past couple of weeks, and some of the experiences that I hope to have with you in the future. And I just think it's an appropriate time.
Okay.
Is that fair?
I think you look really cute in your little jumper. I didn't realize that's what you were wearing until now.
Yeah, I'm in my jumper. But I have a tank top underneath so that, you know all those memes and stuff, that comic that has the girl in the jumper and she looks really cute and everything until she goes to the bathroom and she's naked.
And her boobs are hanging out.
Yeah. I wore a tank top underneath, so I don't have that problem.
Good. All right, so bring it, baby.
So Thanksgiving was lovely. I talked about it in my blog today about how beautiful it is that your family accepts me and accepts my kids and completely trusts that you know how to find your own happiness, and whatever your happiness is, they're going to accept it into their family. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I really enjoyed having Thanksgiving with your family. It was awkward a little bit at the beginning, and then as more people got there, it got a little bit easier because I'm not overly friendly with one of your sisters, but your other sisters. No, not really your sisters, but I do like your brothers, and your mom. I like your mom a lot. So when they got there, it was a little more comfortable.
You don't like my sisters?
No, I like your sisters.
You're just not comfortable with them yet?
Yes. But I'm getting more comfortable with them. And it was lovely the way that you guys do it, and it's kind of like a potluck and it's kind of not. And they really had everything ready, and I don't remember meeting your nieces, Sarah or Caitlin.
You didn't meet them? Or Danielle?
No, I don't think I met them before.
Did you talk to them then?
No. I didn't. I talked to Sarah at the tamale thing, but I didn't talk to any of them there.
Okay.
But I thought everybody, accepted us, and it was fun. And then you guys have some really cute traditions because you have a huge family, and so I was really honored and touched to be a part of that too. And my kids were super excited. So it was lovely. What do you think?
This was the first time that I brought somebody that wasn't a friend and that family already knew as my partner in 8 years. So I think it went well.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it went really well.
We got part of the family Christmas exchange. That was something.
Shit, we need to buy presents.
We've bought a present. We need to buy 3 more.
Okay. And we have to also do the elephant.
The white elephant.
That's our first time doing it this year.
Yeah, I have some ideas.
Okay.
But,
okay, so I'm not very talkative all of a sudden. I think it's the wine that's making me sleepy, so.
I'm talkative.
I know, it's the wine that's making you talkative, and this wine's making me sleepy.
So she has a huge family. She has 7 brothers and sisters, And because the family's so huge, you know, brothers and sisters, that means there's going to be nieces and nephews and husbands and spouses and wives and whatever. So that means that there's a lot of presents to buy really fast. So what they do is they put everybody's names in hats and then you draw. So that's what we did. So there's 4 of us. So we have 4 people to buy for. And we've already bought 1. So we have 3 more. There's a price limit.
Yeah.
And I thought it was beautiful. And your mom always hugs me, and your dad always hugs me, and your brother always hugs me. And then I think Michael and my son, or not Michael, Albert and my son bonded over Star Wars, and that was beautiful. And even your daughter was there.
Sitting far, far away with the nieces.
Because she liked the nieces, and she's obviously has a history.
Yeah.
So
16 years.
know.
Holy shit. Mother of Christ.
I know.
She's getting tattooed on Thursday, and she asked me to go and hang out with her. But I'm going to say we can meet beforehand.
Is Ivy doing?
Mm-hmm.
What is she getting?
I don't know if I should say it.
Okay.
What she's getting.
Tell me later.
Yeah. And so, but I told her appointment's at 2 and I have to pick up the kids at 3. So she's like, damn, I want to hang out with you. So I think I'm going to message her and tell her.
Do you want me to get out of work early? I can get out of work early. I can go get the kids. You can go hang out with your daughter. Yeah.
Just.
Come on. There's been nothing. They've given me nothing to do this week. I've sat there and watched tax forums on irs.gov.
Do you have to ask to get off?
I'll just use the extra couple hours and do continuing education. It's not a problem. It shouldn't be a problem. I'll talk to them tomorrow. See if it's
just
cool.
Let me know, because if not, then I can just hang out with her before she goes get tattooed.
I know, but it's important to her. And she's leaving, so.
Maybe she won't. Maybe we'll make her stay.
Good.
But for my mom was talking about Christmas. Was it yesterday that I went over there? Yeah, because today's only Tuesday. And are you done with your bottle?
No.
You still have one more glass?
Mm-hmm.
My mom was talking yesterday about Christmas, and usually on Christmas Eve, Kathy and John, my sister and my brother-in-law, and the girls go over there, and they go in their pajamas, and they have dinner, and it's open to anybody to go. So, but the kids are going to be gone.
Yeah, I don't know what time they're going to get back at. I don't know what's going on because my mom and I are not on speaking terms, and she has my stepsister and her kids coming out, and so she wants my kids. And so she said she wanted my kids from the 22nd to the 24th, which I have no problem with. But we need to figure out when they're coming back and when we need to be home. Okay.
So we need to figure out that before we make any plans.
But we could probably go over there.
Okay. So yeah. And then Christmas Day we'll have our morning stuff. Mm-hmm. And then we'll go over to my parents' house and do the stuff there, and then we'll go to Poopsie's for Mass. And
I had Christmas service on here in a question mark. So if we're going to go to Poopsie's for Mass,
because my uncle's a priest and he does Mass in the backyard.
Okay. There are some things of my traditions that I want to throw into the ring here.
I don't want to eat dead animal that's not prepared and sacrifice.
That's on New Year's, bitch. That's not on Christmas. No, on Christmas Eve. You normally have tamales, right?
We have tamales as soon as we make them.
Okay.
We eat them until New Year's Day, and then we have menudo.
So on Christmas Eve, my family always has chili. I don't know where this came from. This is like a unique to my family type tradition. But on Christmas Eve, we always have chili. And I'm not going to stop now. So we're going to have chili on Christmas Eve. Sorry.
Do I have to eat it?
I'd like it if you participated.
Okay. You know, I don't really eat meat.
Chili is like beans.
And beef.
It's like a soup.
Beef.
It's what's for dinner. There's lots of different ways to have chili. Some people have meatless chili and some people don't. If you don't want meat, you don't have to have meat. I've seen you eat chicken. You had a hamburger tonight, so I don't know what your problem with meat is.
I don't eat too much of it. Have you noticed that?
I have noticed that. But it is a tradition. I eat your tamales, you eat my chili. Anyway, I wanted to talk about her tamale. They always make tamales. And I thought that it was one of the most beautiful traditions that I've ever seen. You thought I was angry the whole time because I do have resting bitch face. But I wasn't angry. I was just listening, and being a part of it was an honor. Because everybody gets together and everybody talks over the table while they make tamales. And it is a very specific, very certain way to do it. And I did not get the hang of it. I did the safe job. And it was fun to be a part of. I really enjoyed making tamales with your family. It's not something that I've ever done before. So that's a tradition that I can completely stand behind.
We should have taken Sindel because when I was making tamales for breakfast this morning, that's why we were late to school. I was heating up my tamales. She was like, "Is that paper?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "This is corn husk. This is what corn grows in." It's like, we should have fucking taken you with us.
We should take them for everything. They need to not be a part of it because they're teenagers and they want to be alone.
We need to get them out of the house more.
If your brother was there participating in making tamales, Elias could have been.
Yeah. True that. Beautiful.
So next year, we always go see Christmas lights on Christmas Eve.
This year, you mean?
Every year. But it kind of depends on how you do Christmas service.
On Christmas Day?
Do you do it on Christmas Day? Because we always did midnight.
We used to do midnight mass, but that's nah.
Or we did like the evening mass, which is Christmas Eve at like 6. And it's a candlelight service, and you sing Silent Night, and then the candlelight goes through the whole service. And it's kind of pretty.
We used to do midnight mass when my uncle had his own parish, but he hasn't had his own in a while because he retired. Because you don't really retire when you're a preacher or a priest, right, or a deacon. Because my dad's retired too, but he's always working.
So those are traditions that we both have, that we've always had. Like we do Christmas. Ever since the kids were babies, we always do pajamas on Christmas Eve.
So does my mom. Because
that's the only thing that they can open. Normally what I do is I wrap a book up with their Christmas pajamas so that they have something to read on Christmas Eve. But this year I'm going to do their book the next day.
My mom's always given us pajamas Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it's
so
special.
that's the same tradition.
Yeah.
There we go.
What about giving blankets? Have you thought about that? The blankets are all so cheap right now.
We just got them blankets.
We did.
And I bought them the blankets from New Mexico.
You did.
They have lots of blankets.
We don't need blankets. I just thought maybe, is there any other new traditions that you want to start? I was thinking of one that maybe might be fun.
What's that?
Maybe one of the Saturdays before Christmas, we can go up to the snow. Go to like Prescott or Cottonwood or Payson.
Did I talk to you?
I don't know. Did you talk to me?
No, I talked to Shelby on the phone.
Oh, Shelby, okay.
Because I thought I told you. No, we haven't talked much today. Since you started this job, we don't talk much during the day.
Because I work 12 hours a day.
I'm not saying anything.
I don't like it.
I don't. But we gotta do what we gotta do.
It's taking care of us.
It's funny, we can go back just a few episodes ago where you're like, I'm going to take care of my family and everything's going to be taken care of. I'm so excited. Now you're like, I hate this. I don't get to see my family.
I don't hate it.
You just are gone so long.
I'm gone for a long time, and I'm annoyed because it's the slow time of year for a tax examiner. It's really slow, and so there's just not a whole lot to do. So I could probably tell you all about IRS.gov and everything that they do and all their news things and everything because that's all I do all day. Because I